say that too, wasn't I?
Yeah, but continue. Those are...
From the market. In today's episode, we've got the market. I'm your host, Ben.
And I'm your co-host.
I don't know what to say. Here's the scoop. Here's the scoop.
Welcome to Ben and Gary's.
I forgot what to say.
Like, this is totally your line. Ben and Gary's. Here's the scoop.
Was I supposed to say I'm Benji?
No, you were supposed to say here's the scoop.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, let's try it again anyway.
It's been a while.
All right, here we go. Welcome to Ben and Gary's.
Here's the scoop.
Today, Benji is going to be sharing his story with us of how he became the amazing man that he is today.
It started when I grew a beard. That's when the amazingness started. July 29, 1999. I was born. Grew up poor. Very poor, I should say.
Why do you preface it with very poor?
Poor. Poor. Skipping meals, poor. I'm saying poor a lot.
Yes, you are. Very much so.
Skipping meals, but still being super overweight.
How does that happen?
I don't know. It did. It happened.
So you were skipping meals, but how much did you weigh?
Over 400 pounds at one point.
Holy cow.
I guess that's what happened to my brother. I guess I ate him or something. I don't know how.
Do you have a brother that's missing?
No. I don't know why I said it. I just said it. This is already weird.
Wow, this derails quickly. So, you were born in July?
Yep.
What are your mom and dad's names?
Benny and Angela.
Okay. Tell us about your parents.
They had 3 children, and I'm one of them. I don't know where to go from that.
His parents had 3 children, and he's one of them. Like, this dude is crushing the family lineage.
I know.
Okay, well, continue your story. Let's hear more.
My dad grew up working in a factory. He didn't grow up working in a factory. I grew up with my dad working in a factory. My mom got on disability when I was real young. So pretty much my entire childhood, it was dad work at a factory, mom on disability. Then my dad got fired. Now he doesn't have a job. Anyways, another subject, I have 2 brothers. Brendan and Austin. I'm
okay.
the youngest.
Which is your favorite brother?
I don't have a favorite. I was supposed to actually have 8 sisters. My mom got pregnant that many times that she miscarried any women. Yep.
That's odd. I didn't know that story about you.
Yeah. Well, it's not about me. It's about possible siblings. My brother Brendan was supposed to have a twin.
Really?
But then he was born and there was nothing. So he clearly ate that twin. Clearly. He had to. Where would it have went unless he ate it?
Brendan, I'm sorry, man.
I've told him this his entire life.
All right, so Brendan ate his sibling.
Yep.
Continue.
With what?
With your story. I mean, you was talking about your brothers. You were supposed to have 8 sisters, but
yeah,
they never came all the way out. Like, as I was starting to say that, I was like, how am I going to... I just should have shut up. I should have let him talk. But now I'm in it. It's deep, and here we are.
So, back on track. I grew up with a family that had no money. Like, we would go without heat, water sometimes, electric sometimes. I got kicked out of high school. That's kind of where my story to real estate started, I would say. I was kicked out of high school sophomore year. Then I really didn't do anything for a while.
So you just kind of sat at home?
Yeah.
Played video games? What'd you do at home?
Oh, you nailed it, Gary.
Okay, so he sat at home and played video games. He was crushing life at that time.
I started, when I was 18, I started working for independent living, helping take care of my mom, because it was stuff I was doing anyways.
Okay.
And then I decided one day that my life wasn't going in the direction I wanted, that I needed to change course. So I went out and I started studying to get my high school diploma. I done that with flying colors, I would say. And then I immediately started doing real estate school, and I got my real estate license, and
Now, how long did it take you to get your real estate license? I know there are a lot of people out there who are going to say that being in real estate is a dream they can't achieve, or that taking the test would be too hard. How long did it take you to do real estate school?
If you're counting, I went straight from studying for the high school diploma straight into real estate school. Altogether, probably 5 months for both.
5 months for both.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how long do you think that real estate school took you?
2-3 months, and I was only
Okay.
doing like an hour a day. It's
Gotcha.
not like I sat 8 hours a day.
Now, how many times did it take you taking the real estate test to pass it?
One, because I'm a freaking genius, guys.
He's a freaking genius, and he doesn't have any issues with complimenting himself. So I can tell you, this dude, he will be his biggest fan for the rest of his eternity. So you passed your real estate test on your first time. You got your high school diploma.
Yep. First time on that as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
High five. Crushing life, doing things on the first time. What brought you to Keller Williams?
I would say Starbucks. It was a mixture of me knowing Keller Williams and like seeing their signs, Starbucks being right down the road, and my gym being right down the road. Those combined,
So like you had a triangulation right around
Yeah.
Keller Williams, and it was the closest.
it's like,
brokerage.
oh, they're selling houses a lot, and they're close to Starbucks. That's probably where I'm gonna go.
And so is Starbucks a pretty important place for you?
I like Starbucks.
You like Starbucks? Okay.
I'm not gonna deny it.
So you got your real estate license. You came to Keller Williams. How'd that go?
I walked in, said I got my that I passed my real estate school and I would like to put my license here. They interviewed me, and I thought that they weren't going to hire me because I was super awkward. I remember that day I went out to get in my car. I was going to leave early, make a good impression, and literally my ignition breaks on my car. So I had to find a ride. I probably came here covered in sweat, and I still got the job. Somehow.
Somehow you managed to work it all out, huh?
Yeah.
Now, who interviewed you?
Chandler
Okay.
and Shaylee.
Chandler and Shaylee.
Yep.
Okay. So Chandler and Shaylee interview you. Did they hire you on the spot, or was it something they left you hanging for a minute?
I think I was hired on the spot. I think I made that good of an impression.
That good of an impression, like they were begging you not to walk out the door. And
I think
you
so.
Stay here. That's the way it went.
I
huh?
think they were like, thank God you walked in. We needed someone like you.
You see what I'm saying about this guy being his biggest fan? I love him. He cracks me up. So you're hired at Keller Williams. How did it go for you once you started?
First week having my license, my grandmother passes away.
Oh, that's rough.
And she was a massive part of my life. Nearly like a second mom to me. So that was extremely rough for me at first. And it took me a while to get on my feet, I would say. I think Bold started right around that time as well. It's a classic Keller Williams. That's where I met Gary. The office actually sponsored me to go to Bold. I told them my situation, told them my grandma just passed away, that I wanted to go to Bold, so they paid for me to go. And that was really the first time I was thrown into what this is. And I remember the Bold coach, I'm sure you remember her, right?
Right.
She took me aside one day and said, like, you need to get on social media, and if you don't have a listing or a buyer by the time this is finished, you're going to fail. Well, little did she know, I didn't get a buyer or a seller during that time, and I didn't fail.
Why didn't you fail, though?
Because I didn't give up.
You didn't give up. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, just serious moment right here. We're goofballs most of the time, but the only way you'll ever fail in life is if you quit. If you keep falling down and keep getting up, I promise you something good's going to happen. Isn't that true?
Yeah. I've failed more times than I've succeeded. I'm not going to lie.
Right.
I think you can't succeed without falling or failing.
Yeah. So every great success probably has at least 1 to 2 failures tied to
Yeah,
it.
you got to fall forward, as they say.
That's a great thing, man. I've never heard that. What does that mean, fall forward?
Like if you're running up steps and you fall, you're falling forward. You're higher up on those steps. It might hurt, but you're further up than you were before you were done the trip.
Oh, man, Benji. All right, so we met at Bold.
Yep.
How did that go?
I was super quiet.
You were super quiet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had no clue what I was doing. And then Gary was like, man, I'm doing awesome because my entire team sucks.
I never said my team sucked.
Gary was pretty much destroying it at the time.
I was. But I had a lot of support when I started in real estate.
Yeah.
And that's something you didn't have.
No, I didn't.
And so,
I didn't.
would you say that after you became part of a team, real estate started clicking and falling into place more?
I would say it never truly clicks. Like it's something ever changing. You constantly have to change you have to change and learn constantly.
Adapt to each situation. I must agree with that.
Yeah, and you're gonna learn new stuff every day.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have to be dedicated to constantly improving.
Okay.
If you want to be successful in real estate, because if you stay at the same skill level that I did when I first started, that's not a good idea.
So, we met at Bold.
Yep.
And it was probably last March at Red Carpet when we really had a conversation about you becoming part of Pink Homes at the time.
No, it was before Red Carpet.
Was it before Red Carpet?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was probably a week or two prior. I think we...
Just kind of a passing conversation, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was when we went to Springfield to get suits.
Okay.
But we started talking, I believe, about it because at the time I was offered another opportunity on another team.
Okay. And that's what we started talking about at Red Carpet.
Yeah, yep.
And then I was like, let's go to lunch next week.
Yeah, you're right. It happened after Red Carpet. Yeah, because I didn't join Pink Homes till
It's very rare that this moment happens in our relationship, Benji.
that Gary actually outsmarts me.
That you actually admit it. That's what I was going with.
That's not what I was going with.
So then we joined up with Pink Homes and started working together there.
Yep.
What was probably your biggest adjustment from being an independent agent to coming as a part of the team?
Seeing how everyone's doing it. At the time, I literally sat out in the hallway and had no idea what I was doing. And then I got to see it firsthand. So.
Okay. So between that time and now, you've closed a couple more deals last year. You did one your first year, right?
I would say that really my career didn't even start until I had my first listing. Because it took me several months to get that.
Right. But you had your first listing, and then this last year you did 2 or 3 more.
Listings?
No, or closings.
I had more than 2 or 3.
How many closings did you do last year?
Not enough, but more than 2 or 3.
I'm asking for a number here, Smalls.
I don't even know.
You gotta know these things.
I'm going to go with, if I had to guess, 132. I don't know. Not enough. That's why you guys need to reach out to me.
And the shameless plug comes out. Okay, so you did better last year, though. Does that?
Yeah.
That's a valid statement. And like I've seen you grow, you're doing amazing stuff.
I
like,
put on some weight, for sure.
Again with the jokes to deflect the, compliments, but that's cool.
Most stuff that hits me deflects right away because of my gut.
So, what inspired you to pursue real estate?
My childhood. I have the mindset that I do plan to have kids eventually, and my goal is to give them a far, far, far better life than I had.
Okay.
So I've always been inspired by real estate. I see so many just people doing amazing things with real estate. I knew it's what I wanted to get into.
So, in the 2 years I've been in real estate, the one thing that I have learned is the best way to build generational wealth is through real estate.
Absolutely.
Owning, selling, buying, renting,
Holding.
Holding,
Flipping.
all of that is hands down the best results for creating generational wealth. So you definitely came to the right place for achieving that goal. Can you share a pivotal moment in your experience that shaped who you are today?
My life experience, my real estate experience.
We'll go with life experience first.
Pivotal moment.
Pivotal moment that changed everything for you.
I would say the day that I just woke up and realized that my life wasn't going in the direction I wanted it to. I mean, that's when I changed course. It was as simple as being depressed, waking up and realizing, like, crap, this is not how I want to be, and changing.
Cool. And, like, at that point, you were still, like, 400 pounds?
Oh, yeah. But
So,
I did start going to the gym as well.
but what I'm saying is, you not only did you change your educational level, you changed your physical level. You changed your mindset.
Yeah, my mindset.
Like, you decided that the life that you currently have wasn't the life that you wanted. And so you started changing everything. Is that a correct statement?
Yeah, I think the thing that stops people from being successful is purely mindset. You have a good mindset, you're going to succeed at what you're trying to succeed at. If you don't, and you wake up thinking, oh, I'm crappy, I suck, you're crappy and you're going to suck. That's how it works.
Carrying that victim mindset.
And then Gary gets on to me because I'm always going around talking about how awesome I am. It's because I am awesome.
I have never got onto him for that. I comment on it a lot because the dude, like, seriously, he is his own cheerleader. Like, if he's having a bad day, he just starts talking about how great he is. If somebody makes a joke, he's like, oh yeah, that's right, that's me. So it's just funny to see the way he spins everything and makes it in a positive light for him.
Have you ever seen? I'm sure you've seen me like get down before.
I absolutely have.
I've had rough moments, but I try to be cheerful.
Yeah.
Literally, my car got stolen. Gary picked me up, and I was making jokes about my car being stolen
by the one-armed bandit.
Yes, my car was stolen by a one-armed guy.
That was a
he
funny
had quick
night.
hands, man.
No, he only had a quick hand.
That was the joke. That was.
Sorry to people with only one appendage. We make inappropriate jokes.
My mom has.
Okay, so what about your professional career? What was a big turning point in your real estate career?
I would say bold. It was the first thing that really got me into it, got me knowing Gary, and it was a big growth opportunity. And anyone that is real estate, I suggest bold. I plan to go to it. Like, it's something that you take and you're like, I'm never doing this again. And then you immediately want to do it again next time it comes around. I don't know why, it's weird.
So what personal values influence your decision making?
Trust and honesty. Man, I sound like this office. Trust and honesty. That's like one of the slogans. Integrity. Do the right thing.
We do say that every week.
It's like a cult in here.
Jen, I'm sorry. I can't, like... I'm just sorry. Like, I didn't know he was going there. What challenges have you faced that you feel like have shaped you to be a better real estate agent?
Every single thing is a new challenge. Every transaction's different. You're going to learn something new every single time. You're going to have challenges every single time. That's why if you're for sale by owner, you should just use me.
I love this kid. Who are mentors or role models that have had a significant impact on your life?
Michael Jordan, my parents, Gary, several people around the office, have inspired me. Outside of that, it's hard to say. Like, I didn't have any teachers or anything to be like, you're going to do amazing things. No. They were like, go to the back of the class and shut up.
I'm sorry to hear that. What are some important life lessons that you've learned along the way?
Don't trust one-armed people. or homeless people.
So, days after getting his car back from being stolen, Benji's windshield was shattered by a man in Webb City. So that's the premise of the homeless joke?
And then the cops are like, oh, sue him for your money for the wind. The guy's homeless! That was loud.
What are your aspirations for the future, both?
Aspiration? It's the way you said it. You're like, aspiration? I don't know.
What are your goals for the future?
This year I want to help 52 families buy, sell, invest. Hell, even if there's more than 52 families, that'd be nice. But yeah, I'm looking to always improve. And the only way to improve is for you guys to let me help you.
Okay. You've got some aspirations to own property as well.
Yeah, I'm looking to get into investing this year as well.
Okay.
I have some personal goals as well.
Is it anything you want to share?
I'm looking to get a 6-pack.
A 6-pack?
Yeah.
Like Pepsi
Abs.
Oh, okay. So it's a kind of a fitness goal then.
Yeah.
Okay.
And some others, which I'm not going to share on here. I'm working on it this weekend.
I know that goal. I'll tell you. I won't tell you. So, let's see here. Do I have any more questions for you, Benji? Is there any advice that you would like to give somebody who is thinking about getting into real estate or thinking about getting their high set or just has something that they feel like in their life is completely insurmountable and that they could never in a million years do? What would you give as advice to that person?
I'm going to sound like a Nike spokesperson, but just do it.
Just do it?
Just do it.
Just put your head down and start going.
Yeah, because if you sit and think about it, you'll think your way out of it. Anybody will. Like, I think myself out of doing stuff all the time.
What's the last thing you thought yourself out of doing? It wasn't buying a car. You don't think about that. You just do it.
Exactly, because I want to do it, so just do it. If you don't want to do something, think about it. That's what I have to say, because if you think about it, you're not going to do it.
Okay.
Man, that kind of made me sound like a douchebag.
Why would you say that?
Because I know how I work, and I imagine the majority of people are the same way. If you sit and think about the negative stuff that can happen if you do something, it will drive you away from doing it. It's fear. Fear will stop you from doing anything. And the second you stop to think about something is the second you're going to get scared of doing it. And that's just the truth.
So you're the type of guy that climbs up the diving board, runs to the end, and jumps off.
Oh, hell no, I'm scared of heights. And I don't know how to...
So, Benji soon is going to be going to Vegas for the first time.
Yep.
And he will be flying for the first time.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, Benji?
I hope I don't die. How else am I supposed to feel?
So, we're also going to be going to the Skywalk at the Grand Canyon.
Are we?
We are. Will you go on the Skywalk, and can we video you while you do it?
I'm going to be wearing a dark shade of pants, but I'll do it.
A dark shade of pants? So you fear it greatly, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So, like, there's heights, 10, 15 feet, and then there's the Skywalk, which is like 400 feet, 500 feet.
When I stand up and I look down, I'm scared, Gary.
So, the Skywalk is literally a glass bridge.
I know, that's why it's so scary. Because I see what my impending doom looks like. Is it that one that fake cracks and everyone drops down?
No.
Okay, thank God.
No, this is literally a horseshoe that's made out of glass, and you have to put on these little booties and walk out there.
I don't like the fact that you gotta put on booties. That's already scary because that makes me think, oh, if I have a rock in this, I'm gonna fall through the glass. Why do they make you wear booties? Unless they're scared that something on the bottom of your shoe is gonna cause you to die.
Well, is the little cloth booties really going to stop that from happening?
Apparently so. Why else would they have them?
You have some serious faith in those little paper booties, man.
I do.
Is there anything that you can think of that you would like to tell your viewing public?
Yeah. If you have any real estate needs, questions, anything like that, you can give me a call at 417-540-8798 or call Keller Williams and ask for Bobby G and team.
Okay. So, while we're in this kind of goal mode where we was kind of talking about your dreams, this is one of your dreams for the year, isn't it? To start a podcast?
Yeah, that's one of my dreams. Man, I got a lot of dreams this year.
Hey, man, a guy that doesn't have dreams is kind of wasting his world, isn't he?
Yes.
I agree. So, like, I love partnering with you in your dreams. I think it's fun to see where we're headed and what we're doing, because I would not have chose to do a podcast. I'm not even going to lie. Like, my dream this year is I want to be better connected with people. So I want to know...
This does it.
I want to know where your birthdays are. I want to know where I can mail your birthday card to. And if you're like my friend Pappy, who works at Roper Kia, and I didn't have his address, I just took him a snickerdoodle cookie and a birthday card.
What if he's allergic to cinnamon?
I hope he doesn't eat it if he is.
But what if he is? And then you gave him, like, saying, here's your death, when you're supposed to be doing something nice.
Yeah, he's pretty old, too.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pappy, if I tried to kill you.
Also,
I still love you.
You said, where's your birthday? I think their birthday is located wherever they are.
Well, I mean, I'm saying where I can mail their birthday card too. Like, what's their address?
Okay.
Because if I just write them a birthday card and I keep it here, that doesn't do anybody any good.
It's a nice gesture that you at least tried.
Another one of those spelling moments that make you better in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing a podcast. We're not sure what platform we're going to be posting this to. I think we're going to just start out putting it on your Facebook page.
Yep.
Yeah. But next week, I'm going to be on the opposite side of this curtain, and Benji will be interviewing me about my past.
We don't have curtains in our office. And it kind of sucks because I hate people always looking in here.
Stephanie's actually going to make us a curtain.
You need to just make it my face.
No!
I think isn't it a great idea?
No, people already think you have creepy eyes.
That's why it needs on the window.
We're going to put our logo out there.
With the backdrop of my face.
No. No, we're not.
You can put the logo right here.
Dude, can we tattoo the logo on your forehead?
No, I'm good.
Well, you literally just said you could put the logo
yeah,
right here.
A picture.
Right, a picture, which is a tattoo on your forehead.
It's a permanent picture.
Isn't that kind of the point of a tattoo? To be permanent?
I don't have any tattoos.
Right, that's why we should tattoo our logo on your forehead.
If I ever get a tattoo, it's not going to be on my face.
Why?
Because my face is too beautiful for a tattoo. That's why.
We're digressing. We apologize. Is there anything else you'd like to say, Benji?
This has been our episode? Why did I raise my pitch so high?
Why didn't you just say no?
No. I don't have anything else to say.
All right. Well, this has been Ben and Gary's.
Here's the scoop. Here's the scoop. That was a little better.
We'll have to have Joey do that for you.
Yeah.
You guys have an amazing day. We'll see you soon. Welcome to Ben and Gary's.
Here's the scoop. I gotta get that down. Here's Here's the scoop. Here's the scoop. Here's the scoop. Here's the scoop. The Real Estate Podcast. It delivers Gary laughing scoop.